Where do I start? As much as I became a part of NXT, NXT became a part of me. NXT became who I am. I was NXT champion for 292 days. I went to wars with Neville, with Tyler Breeze, with Kevin Owens, and I went to wars with Samoa Joe. Yet, here I stand, not the champion. The question on everybody's lips is, what is next for Finn Balor? Please don't go! Please don't go! Please don't go! Please don't go! Please don't go!
When I was in Japan, I watched you. You became the icon of NXT. If I want to be the champion, I have to be icon. I have to beat you.
Answered my question. I guess I know what's next for Finn Balor. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor.
Week, a huge challenge laid down. Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura. What is next in this new chapter for NXT? We're going to find out tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Niagara Falls, Canada, weighing 225 pounds, he is the perfect 10, Tye Dillinger.
Mentioned a new chapter. Tye Dillinger is a man who wants to start a new chapter tonight. After losing 2 straight, he needs to get back to his winning ways.
And his opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing 190 pounds, Oni Lury.
Well, you said it, Tye Dillinger back-to-back matches in as many weeks against Andrade Cien. Almas got a rematch last week from our general manager, Mr. William Regal. Now Tye Dillinger, another opportunity to right the ship against Oni Lury.
Oni Lury's a tough dude, straight out of Boston. He's the kind of guy who'll take you out, buy you a pint of Guinness, and you get to keep the glass because he's stuck it in the side of your head.
For Tye Dillinger, as we mentioned, it's been a rough couple of weeks. He asked for the big opportunity, NXT TakeOver. What is it going to take for Tye Dillinger to get back on track mentally?
He needs to figure something out, and fast. Listen, Tom, you wouldn't know anything about this, but when you're a perfect 10, once in a while on a long enough timeline, you find yourself in something of a slump. So you find a slump buster, a one-night thing that gets you back to winning ways.
Now Lury here trying to control Tye Dillinger's center of the ring here. Dillinger off the ropes, and oh, it drives Lury into the mat.
can see it in Dillinger's eyes. He's not the same guy. I mean, he's got that confidence, he's got that swagger, but not in spades like usual. He's not dripping with it.
Now Lorcan in control. Had a chance to catch up with Oni Lorcan. He said in his second match ever, he was dropped on his head. He fractured his orbital bone, broke his nose and his jaw, and finished the match. That's a pretty tough dude.
Did he
there.
win?
He did win.
He's still not a perfect 10 with a medical history like that. There's no way he ever will be.
Don't tell that to Mr. Lorcan. Oh, and there goes Tye Dillinger into the cover. Lorcan to put him away and a kick out at 2. And again, now taking control here of Tye Dillinger. We've mentioned it many times. Tye Dillinger is one big win away from stardom. We talk about what does he got to do to get over the hump. Yes, one win could be the thing to do it, but mentally he's changed. This is a guy who plays in a totally different place than we saw 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we saw some aggression out of him that we haven't seen before. He's got this next gear, this 5th gear, and when he kicks it in, it's nasty.
Oh, and off the ropes, and Dillinger takes advantage of the opening. Now Lorcan trying to take control from behind here, and watch this into the ropes, and there goes Dillinger. Lorcan finds an opening. Oh, wow, what an uppercut! Cover to put away Dillinger, shoulder under the ropes, and the referee breaks up the pinfall attempt.
Dillinger's all out of sorts right now with good reason. Take a look at the impact of this. Full speed ahead, bam! Like a torpedo, right to the jaw. It was almost, dare I say, Cesaro-like.
Certainly seemed that way. Oh, and right on the side of the face. Oh, and right into the turnbuckle.
Did you see Lorcan's face bounce right off that middle rope as if he wasn't disfigured already? When the perfect 10's done with him, he will be.
Oh, look at Dillinger fire up.
This is what we needed. This is what we were missing.
Now into the corner. Whipping Lorcan into the corner. Spine first into the turnbuckle.
The way this thing's going, Lorcan came into this match looking like Gollum. He's going to leave looking like Sloth.
Ha.
Don't be mad, Phillips.
Oh.
Look at this, the perfect 10 in perfect control.
Oh, and
Shame on you for doubting him, Tom. Why don't you
doubting.
apologize? Yes, you were. All I've heard for the last 2 weeks is Dillinger needs to figure things out. He's got to figure out a game plan.
You just said that at the start of the match.
I don't know what you're talking about. If you can find me the playback, maybe I'll agree, but I'm not admitting to anything till I hear it.
You know you can watch this stuff back on the network.
That means I have to endure you twice in a week. You couldn't pay me enough.
Oh! And Lorcan brings Dillinger down to the mat, and Lorcan is starting to find some openings.
I don't know what's happening right now, but Lorcan, that look in his face is absolutely terrifying.
Oh, there's the elbow. He's off and running. Oh, into the corner.
That's it.
Oh, he nearly took his head off. Cover up the super kick. Oh, my gosh. Another cover with the both legs and a kick out.
That super kick right on the button. I don't know how Lorcan has enough sense or wherewithal to kick out.
That was a thing of beauty.
It was perfect, Tom. Say it. It was a 10.
It was a perfect 10.
Bring it down. Bring it down.
Oh, look at Dillinger.
That slight hesitation by Dillinger.
Paying attention to the NXT Universe. Cover on Dillinger. Oni Lury
Oh my God.
beat the perfect 10.
here is your winner, Oni Lury.
What in the world did we just see?
That was an upset like I've never expected. Oni Lury, we knew he was a tough guy and talented, but he just beat a perfect 10 clean in the middle of the ring. Tye Dillinger, Tom, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. He just dropped about 5 points in my book. As far as I'm concerned, Tye Dillinger is a 5 at best. He's approaching Tom Phillips territory.
Wow, thanks. We talked about Tye Dillinger. This has been a rough couple of weeks for Tye Dillinger. Took on an incredibly tough opponent here in Oni Lury.
Look at this, full speed ahead. A thing of beauty, that super kick, but it wasn't enough to put away Oni Lury.
And then into another cover out of desperation, and Lorcan finding the wherewithal to kick out in this one. Unbelievable.
Just a slight hesitation. Look at right there. That slight hesitation gave Lorcan the opening he needed to execute this crazy flipping neck breaker.
And Lorcan pulls off an incredible upset here on NXT.
3 seconds later, Tye Dillinger's stock has plummeted.
This is unbelievable. I just can't believe this. This is ridiculous.
I'm as shocked as anybody. It takes years to become a perfect 10. And Tye Dillinger had it, and now he lost it. He'll never get it back.
What an upset. Tye Dillinger in a bad spot right now, but congratulations to Oni Lury.
Yeah.
Big upset victory. We saw the news from earlier tonight. Still to come here later on, Mr. Regal will address the big matchup we found out about last week, the challenge, Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura. That's still to come.
Austin, you had a tremendous performance at NXT TakeOver the end. Ultimately, you did come up short against Shinsuke Nakamura, so what's next for you?
Well, Kathy, the goal remains unchanged. The mission remains unchanged to prove my greatness and become the NXT champion. You know, the thing about greatness is you don't achieve it in one single moment or one match, and you certainly don't lose it in one either. I mean, take Muhammad Ali, for example, considered the greatest of all time. He didn't win every round. He didn't win every match. And at TakeOver the end, despite being less than 100%, despite the fact that Nakamura had the home field advantage, all excuses aside, for 3 seconds, he was the better man, and he beat me. But all that's really done is added some fuel to my fire. It's made the chip on my shoulder bigger. It's made me more determined and more focused. And that's why the NXT locker room, every single person, man, woman, child in that locker room needs to understand.
Austin, been looking all over NXT TakeOver. Man, I learned a lot from you. But seeing you down in the dumps, maybe you can learn something from me. Look, you gotta stay positive. And remember, when life tells you no, you say, no way.
Last month on NXT, Bayley was in a match against Nia Jax, but as you can see here, Bayley appeared to tweak her knee, making it difficult to continue the match. But Nia would take advantage of the opportunity by further injuring Bayley and putting her out of action.
Bayley was in obvious pain, but it didn't matter to Nia Jax, who refused to let up, delivering these crushing blows to the injured NXT Women's Champion. Bayley's pursuit of the title was derailed, but she delivered this message earlier today.
I just got the news that I've been waiting for a very long time. Thank you, Mr. William Regal, because I return to the ring tonight. Yes.
And there you have it. After being out of action for a month from an injury to her knee against Nia Jax, Bayley finally returns and will be in action later tonight here on NXT. The Fiesta's back here on NXT. Braves, please do not dance.
I'd like to take this opportunity to announce my retirement from dancing on television.
I'm with you.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, weighing 245 pounds, No Way Jose!
I just want to make it clear that it's my choice that I'm never going to dance again.
No, it's
okay?
not the massive backlash on social media.
Guilty feet have got no rhythm, nor do you, Tom Phillips. You should have been arrested for what happened, what you did in public. That was hideous.
I am not a good dancer, but No Way Jose is, and he brings the fiesta every single time he competes here on NXT.
He does. It took me a while. It took him a while to win me over, but I firmly...
That's the most important thing, right?
That's exactly right. Let's be honest. Because when I like somebody, usually they have a huge, successful career. When you don't, they get fired. It's creepy.
No Way Jose remains unbeaten here on NXT. No Way Jose gearing up for action here, set to take on the opponent in Josh Woods. Josh Woods once competed at nearby University of Central Florida, amateur wrestler, actually has an MMA background.
Oh, with that top knot and those tattoos, I just figured they found him at the local CrossFit gym.
You guys will be buddies.
Shut up, Tom.
No Way Jose has definitely captured the fun and the spirit of the NXT universe over the last few weeks and months that he's been a part of the NXT roster.
Wow, what a hip toss.
Some hype behind that one.
Reversal by Woods. Oh, there you go.
Now Woods looking to perhaps be the first man to take down No Way Jose.
Those nasty elbow strikes by Woods. That's impressive.
Into the mount now. Here's the cover. Hook to the leg and a kick out.
What an opportunity this is for Woods to make a name for himself. If he were to be able to stop the proverbial conga line that is No Way Jose, it'd be massive for his career.
We did say see No Way Jose a little bit earlier on. I was trying to get a little bit of fun into Austin Aries, which didn't really seem to take.
It takes some time, okay? I mean, it took me a few weeks to warm up.
It's pretty tough to get to No Way Jose's level. This is a guy who really likes to enjoy himself 24/7. Josh Woods, catching some jabs here. Oh!
Atomic drop by No Way Jose. Bang! What a right hand.
Uh-oh, No Way Jose. Oh! Into the spinning full Nelson slam. Shoulders down the cover. No Way Jose still undefeated.
Here is your winner, No Way Jose.
I see you moving your shoulders a little bit. Don't do it.
Listen,
Just don't
I can't
do it.
fight the feeling,
Just sit there. Now sit there. Don't dance.
I'm not dancing. I'm just feeling it a little bit. I'm not gonna dance, especially not on camera, not in public again. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah.
But you can't help. When No Way Jose's around, you feel it.
And No Way Jose was feeling it. They made sure that Josh Woods felt the full force of his right fist there. And then watch this. Put away a bunch of opponents now here on NXT. And it pays dividends once again for No Way Jose. No Way Jose can't be denied.
Don't take what I...
There's the greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries.
Jose, in this industry, you're not defined by your victories. Nice to see all you two. Just bear with me a second, okay? In this industry, Jose, you're not defined by your victories, but by your defeats. And at TakeOver the end, while I wasn't 100%, I was defeated. Now, bruised ribs or not, A real man doesn't make any excuses. And you know, that defeat to Nakamura, it's been weighing on my shoulders, and you saw that. And you came to me and you said, Austin Aries, I learned a lot from watching you in that match, but maybe you could learn something from me. And as you left, I thought to myself, what could I possibly learn from No Way Jose? And then you know what? I watched you come out here tonight, I watched you do your thing, and I realized I can learn something from you. You reminded me of something that maybe I forgot, and that is, despite the championship titles, the main events, everything we do here, NXT, it's about having fun. No, I don't say this very often. I don't say this very often, but I want to thank you. I want to thank you for reminding me of that. I want to thank you for reminding me of who I really am and who I need to be.
Very big of Austin Aries.
We obviously appreciate everyone needs a little PMA once in a while, that positive mental attitude.
No way, Jose. I don't know if Aries is into this.
Listen, this could be good for the soul of Austin Aries, okay?
I mean, the positivity, yes. I don't know you've known him a long time. Is he a dancer?
He's the greatest man that ever lived, Tom. He's anything he wants to be. Look at that, it's starting. He can't control himself.
Oh, now he's fighting it. He's fighting it. He doesn't.
It's coming out, I'm telling you. There it is.
The greatest dance. Look at this. I don't think I've ever seen this from Austin Aries.
No way, Jose. Let's face it. The guy's amazing.
Wait.
He's like Dr. Phil. He's like changing
I see
lives
what you did
with
there.
his dance. What?
No way, Jose. Let's see what you did there. That's good.
Always a way.
Austin Aries, you talked about the proverbial conga line. We might see one actually break out here.
I mean, if it gets close enough, I may have to join.
No, don't
Listen,
do that.
I can't help what's going on right now, okay?
Yes, you can.
I'm overcome with emotion.
I
That
don't
was
care.
nice. It was.
Does that mean you're going to dance?
It very well may. Okay? Listen, I know I promised. I
Promised the world. You
I
promised everyone that's close to you you would.
Listen, I mean, if it comes down to look, it's right there, Tom. It's right there. You know what? Now let's let them have it.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Dance, Phillips.
I'm not a good dancer.
Dance. Come on, look at this. Look at. I'm gonna stay over here. I'm tied down. I can't. My headset won't let me have the full range of motion. But it's a party here. It's a fiesta, Tom.
We're having a lot of fun.
I'm having fun.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Austin Aries! Aries is assaulting No Way Jose! What is this?
Austin Aries with a relentless attack on Jose.
He came out here and he thanked the man. He said No Way Jose reminded him of having fun, and now he's beating the hell out of No Way Jose.
Tom, he thanked Jose for reminding him who he is. Obviously, this is who Austin Aries really is. He's coming back for more.
Aries again on the steel ramp.
The last chancery locked in on the steel ramp. No way Jose's gonna go out. That
loss at TakeOver to Nakamura.
It snapped something in Aries.
And while they check on the condition of Jose, let's take you to the Performance Center where earlier today our general manager, Mr. William Regal, met with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Seeing your encounter last week in the ring with Finn Balor was simply spine-tingling. And later on, Finn Balor stopped by my office and he left a note and it said, "Mr. Regal, make it happen." Now, knowing that you and Finn Balor request the same desire, I think it's only right that I make the match. So live on NXT, it will be Shinsuke Nakamura against Finn Balor.
It will be an honor to face NXT icon.
Hold on a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mr. Regal. Stand up, sit down, doesn't matter. Out of the people sitting at this table, I'm the only one to hold a title within NXT. And all the requests that I seem to give you get...
I'm catering to all of your requests. You requested to go back into singles competition, and to be quite frank with you, the results haven't been...
Well, I don't think that you're treating me like the top star that I really am. That's the truth.
Your request will be honored tonight by King of Strong Style, mate.
Be careful what you wish for.
At NXT TakeOver The End, another unforgettable match took place as we saw Asuka push to the limit when she battled Nia Jax. Later tonight, we're going to take a special look at the NXT Women's Championship match from TakeOver.
And you heard the message earlier today. Bayley returns to in-ring competition for the first time since her injury last month from Nia Jax. Bayley is in action next.
You didn't know what was going to happen, or when it was going to happen, or how it was going to happen.
There was a lot of tension.
Oh, I got my eyes open now. I hated it.
Swerve is back, and no one is safe.
You guys have been swerved. Oh, now this guy.
And now, all 9 episodes available on demand. Swerved. Watch anytime, on demand, only on WWE Network.
This was an absolutely shocking moment here. Watch this. Austin Aries was embracing the moment, it looked like. And instead, he embraced his true colors, knocking out No Way Jose off the announce table. And then he just snapped right off the table.
Much to the dismay of everybody here at Full Sail, but this might be exactly what Austin Aries needed.
Tossing No Way Jose around the arena, and then this last chancery on the steel ramp.
That loss at TakeOver to Nakamura turned something loose.
I mean, Graves, you've known Austin Aries for a long time. Are you surprised by this?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I know why he is the greatest man that ever lived, why he's the self-professed greatest man that ever lived. I know what he's capable of, and I think this is just the beginning.
Well, we're going to try and get some injury updates on No Way Jose as our night goes on.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Hackettstown, New Jersey, Deonna Purrazzo.
Not the first time we've seen Deonna Purrazzo competing here on NXT, back again to face off against the elite of the NXT women's division.
The former NXT Women's Champion.
And her opponent from San Jose, California, it's Bayley.
So good to have Bayley back here at Full Sail University. word via social media. Bayley is medically cleared after her attack from Nia Jax in their grueling matchup just 2 weeks before NXT TakeOver. She is fully clear to compete.
You gotta be honest, it felt a little weird without Bayley. She's such a staple, arguably the heart and soul of NXT. Not having her around's been strange.
Bayley does still hold a contractual rematch for the NXT Women's Championship stemming from NXT TakeOver Dallas. No doubt that Bayley looking to get right back into her championship form. Actually showed a little soft side of yourself there, missing Bayley, Greg.
Don't talk to me, Phillips. Bayley doing a very intelligent thing right now. Tuning herself up. She wants to test out that knee, wants to make sure she's at absolutely 100% before she even thinks about pursuing that rematch.
Absolutely. Taking on Deonna Purrazzo here. We did see Bayley backstage at NXT TakeOver The End a couple of weeks ago. Offering some support to the NXT Women's Champion, Asuka. Definitely some mutual respect between the two. Oh, look at Bayley. Into an early cover. Shoulders down. Out at one. Oh, Deonna Purrazzo with a cover of her own, and Bayley kicks out. A leg looking strong so far. Like Graves, you said you've been a champion here on NXT. What does it take for you to get back into that championship form?
You have to be at the top of your game, especially now the shape of the NXT Women's Division, the Tag Team Division, the NXT Heavyweight Championship title.
Takes down Deonna Purrazzo, now into the cover, hook to the leg, and a kick out. And folks, if you want a chance to meet the NXT superstars such as Bayley and see where they train every day, don't miss out on a great opportunity to do so with the WWE Performance Center All Access opportunity on July 25th here in Orlando, Florida. To learn more about this unique opportunity to visit the one-of-a-kind facility and meet your favorite NXT stars, go to nxttickets.com for more information. Bayley, got to the midsection there from Deonna Purrazzo. Oh, and right to the face. Big knee, side rush and leg sweep. Deonna Purrazzo's rolling into the cover and a kick out at two. What an upset this would be for Purrazzo. Saw Oni Lury get a huge upset here to kick off the evening against Tye Dillinger. This would be even bigger. Oh, and Deonna, boot right on the jaw. Another cover on Bayley, shoulders down, out at two. It's a new chapter, it's a new time for NXT. Everybody's trying to make their own mark. Into the top turnbuckle with Bayley, but she's not backing down. Boot right to the Deonna Purrazzo on the back elbow.
Doesn't look like she's lost a step at all. Tom, here it is.
Bayley to belly. Bayley wins her return.
Here is your winner. It's Bayley.
It's so good to have Bayley back in action here, medically cleared, ready to go. And she looked like she was right back in her old form here tonight.
Absolutely, she wanted to test herself out. She did just that. You've got to think, you've got to believe that NXT Women's Championship is still on Bayley's mind, and soon.
Let's take a look back here. Bayley taking on Deonna Purrazzo. Watch this. Bayley to belly. That is how she won the NXT Women's Championship for the first place at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn last summer. And she gets the win here and celebrates with her favorite fan, Izzy. So good to have Bayley back here on NXT.
Carmella, congratulations on your victory last week. Does this put you closer in achieving your dream on becoming NXT Women's Champion?
Andrea, this is such an exciting time to be in NXT. The women's division is on fire. The girls are killing it. I just want to be in the middle of it. I want to be the face of it. I want to be NXT Women's Champion. I've been working so hard.
You want to be the next NXT Women's Champion?
Yeah.
That's adorable. But you need to realize something. Without Enzo and Cass, nobody knows who you are or cares.
Okay, get it, you're jealous. Because my boys were actually doing big things, and your boys were, pathetic.
Jealous? How dare you even compare us? Rude. First off, I left Blake and Murphy because I was the star. I made Blake and Murphy. You, on the other hand, you were just an accessory, an afterthought.
Okay.
Got it? So I'm gonna be the next NXT Women's Champion because I deserve to be the next NXT Women's Champion. I don't know if your memory's a little foggy from Nia beating you in the triple threat match, but you forgot one little thing. I never got pinned.
Okay, Alexa, we can agree on something because I fully commend you on your decision to leave Blake and Murphy. You were the star of the group. You were.
I know.
However, as far as the NXT Women's Championship is concerned, it's gonna be mine. You got a problem with that? I dare you to do something about it. Because I sure as hell ain't letting you get in my way.
Carmella is fired up, and we expect the same from the NXT universe as the King of Strong Style is in action against Buddy Murphy in our main event later tonight on NXT.
What stands before you is a man who keeps his word. I am a warrior, and I will continue my war until I've accomplished my mission. I am much like death and taxes, inevitable.
What are you willing to sacrifice for the NXT Championship?
Oh, no!
I destroyed my brother. I hunted a demon around the world.
I did this to you.
And I took this from him.
Your new NXT champion.
I told you I was the inevitable. I am the NXT champion. And you do not have enough to sacrifice to take this from me.
We are firmly entrenched in the era of Samoa Joe. How impressive, your NXT champion.
Very impressive win 2 weeks ago at NXT TakeOver the End, as was Asuka's defense of the NXT Women's Championship against Nia Jax that very same night. Right now, we want to take a special look at that match for the NXT Women's title from NXT TakeOver.
The NXT Women's Champion, Asuka, will face her challenger, Nia Jax. Nia has bulldozed through the women's division, but she has never faced a woman like Asuka.
As impressive as Asuka has been, I wonder if her intimidation factor being taken away is going to be her downfall, because Nia Jax is not scared. She's the first person to show absolutely no fear of Asuka.
We can't forget about Bayley, and this is going to be a tough night for her to sit there and have to watch.
Good luck tonight.
It may be one of the most intelligent and ruthless paths to a championship match we've seen on NXT. Nia Jax defeated Bayley 3 weeks ago, injuring Bayley in the process. Bayley was not medically cleared to take her contractual rematch tonight, so Nia claimed the #1 contender's opportunity in a triple threat match.
In my opinion, that woman right there, Nia Jax, walks out of here with the championship.
Tonight has been all about beginnings and endings. Asuka Asuka's championship reign has only just begun. A stellar win in Dallas, an unblemished record since her debut in October of last year. But will Asuka's time as champion continue to blossom tonight? Very well the end of the beginning for Asuka here tonight.
And look in the eyes of Nia. No fear.
This is all about the NXT Women's Championship.
I said there was no fear in the eyes of Nia Jax, but Asuka straight up taunted Nia.
Nia early on trying to return the power advantage, however Asuka just too quick. Oh, and a big headbutt by Nia Jax.
Oh my God! Oh! Nia Jax just threw Asuka almost in the first row.
Asuka's in for a fight, she knows it.
Asuka better find a new game plan quick or she's gonna end up broken like Bayley.
Now caught up here by Nia. For the championship, pressing down on Asuka, kick out at 2.
Everything that Nia Jax has done so far is just to hurt Asuka. I don't know that I've ever seen Asuka put in this sort of position. Look at this. Look at the power!
Dropping Asuka in the corner.
This is an absolutely brilliant plan and execution by Nia Jax. I don't think anyone expected her game to be this on right now.
Now Nia, with a leg drop, but she missed. Asuka rallies.
Nia better be careful. Asuka's so dangerous. You can't give her any opportunity.
This is a drop kick out of the corner for the NXT Women's Champion. She's got a chance here against Nia.
How much does Asuka have left? Oh my God, backhand from the champ.
There's the hip attack. Jax powering out with authority. And another strike.
Jax is down to one knee. The champ summoning what she needs to keep her champion.
Nia Jax, a third strike to the side of the face and a fourth. Asuka to put away the challenger, and Asuka retains her title.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT Women's Champion, Asuka!
That was absolutely unbelievable. I thought Nia Jax was leaving full sail tonight with that Women's Championship.
Asuka remains your NXT Women's Champion. Asuka certainly impressed the entirety of the NXT Women's division. I wonder how much of an impression she made on Nia Jax mentally.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from San Diego, California, Nia Jax!
Nia Jax could be more dangerous than ever. We're going to find out coming up next here on NXT. The authors of pain.
These two are absolutely superhuman. Look at the size of these guys. That's Paul Ellering. This guy is synonymous with great tag team. He may be the greatest manager of all time.
This is pure devastation.
Complete and utter destruction. This is terrifying. These two monsters just made an emphatic statement to the tag team division.
At NXT TakeOver the End, American Alpha had a difficult time not only losing their NXT Tag Team titles to the Revival, but also getting ambushed by the Authors of Pain. However, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan will return to NXT next week.
Back here on NXT, getting ready for NXT Women's Division action. Nia Jax, first time we've seen her back in the ring since NXT TakeOver the End.
And her opponent from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
Phillips, did you know it is a proven fact that people from the state of New Jersey actually drive down property values just being in other states?
Come on. Liv Morgan lives by the motto, you only live once. And she's here to prove that here on NXT, is ready to take on Nia Jax. These are two competitors who have faced each other in the past. Can Liv Morgan turn around her fortunes?
I'm not surprised you're a Liv Morgan fan, Phillips. You being from the second worst city in America and all.
Yeah, I'm not from Pittsburgh.
Oh, clever.
Liv Morgan, perhaps not the best night to try and make a statement. Nia Jax has got to be in no mood after what happened at NXT TakeOver the End 2 weeks ago.
That loss at TakeOver could have been the best thing that happened to Nia Jax. Think of what happened after London, how she evolved, how she stepped up her game after her loss to Bayley. She hung in there, took Asuka to the limit, and came up short. That's only going to make her more dangerous, make her want to improve, and someday get her hands on that NXT Women's Championship.
Nia Jax did come into that match with a great strategy. Asuka, a brilliant striker, also a brilliant submission specialist. At the same time, Nia Jax really came in with some fire, as is Liv Morgan right now, and that's stifled.
Look at Jax just mocking Liv Morgan.
The evolution of Nia Jax has been so apparent. Graves, we talked about it ever since NXT TakeOver London last December. NXT TakeOver the End, there have been marked improvements in the game of Nia Jax, which is plain scary. Oh, Nia Jax, hold on a second. Oh, and Liv Morgan whipped her into the corner. Into the top turnbuckle. On Liv Morgan. Not going to enjoy the strength advantage here in this match. Over the top. Oh, and Liv Morgan with a drop kick, and that's stunned.
I'll give it to Liv Morgan. She's fighting hard. She's throwing everything she's got at Nia.
Oh!
But it's not going to be enough.
Nia Jax with a power bomb.
Oh, God.
Count it. That is it.
Here is your winner, Nia Jax.
Grace, you said it before this match started. Nia Jax could be more dangerous than ever. I think she proved that.
Absolutely. She wants that NXT Women's Championship worse than anything in the world. She'll stop at nothing to get it, and she will just run through the entire women's division. Send Liv Morgan back to Jersey on a stretcher.
Take another look at this. Some of the power early on in the match. That was one of the first encounters here in this match. And watch this. You better get out of the way when Nia's coming full steam ahead. And then this is just pure brutality, Graves. Boom! Right into the mat. The power bomb wiping out Liv Morgan. 1, 2, 3. Saw the woman that Nia Jax bullied her way past to get her women's championship opportunity earlier tonight. Bayley, but Nia looking equally impressive.
And now it is time for our main event. You saw it earlier tonight. Buddy Murphy interrupted General Manager William Regal's massive announcement that involved Shinsuke Nakamura. Now Murphy finds himself in a match against the King of Strong Style, and it's coming up next. Earlier tonight, we saw Carmella was confronted by Alexa Bliss backstage as both women have championship aspirations on their mind. But before focusing on a future title opportunity, these two will face off against each other next week on NXT.
It is time for our main event here on NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Melbourne, Australia, weighing 227 pounds, Buddy Murphy.
So last week on NXT, we saw Blake and Murphy try to team up one more time. We saw their meltdown last month. This is a team that absolutely disintegrated. They gave it another try. They lost to TM61, and now Buddy Murphy is once again back out here in singles action.
You've got to place the blame squarely on the shoulders of Buddy Murphy. The guy's flaking like a Chris sandwich. He's falling apart completely.
There was some miscommunication in the tag match that we saw against TM61. It was Buddy Murphy who inadvertently kicked Wesley Blake in the midsection. It wound up losing the match, and once again, Wesley Blake is not in the building tonight.
I have no idea where Wesley Blake is, but I'm sure wherever he's at, he's enjoying himself. He's having a good time. Murphy's not about to have a good time.
Japan, weighing 220 pounds, Shinsuke Nakamura!
We heard the announcement from our general manager, Mr. William Regal, making it official. The challenge last week from Shinsuke Nakamura to Finn Balor, it's official. We're going to see this mega dream match.
Dream match, putting it mildly. That is a dream match worthy of headlining a takeover. That's one of the biggest matches we've ever had in NXT.
Finn Balor came out last week. He was obviously looking for what was next. He wanted to find out his next challenge here on NXT after his steel cage battle with Samoa Joe. Shinsuke Nakamura answered that question.
Well, Nakamura said, if I want to be champion, I have to beat the idol.
The icon of NXT.
I can't even get the quotes right tonight, Phillips. My brain's falling out of my ear. I have a feeling Murphy's waiting the same fate. Murphy's bad luck streak continues. His favorite teams lost the NBA Finals and the NHL Finals. Now he's about to do battle with the King of Strong Style. It couldn't get much worse. Oh my God, what a kick.
I don't know if this is a great idea by Buddy Murphy earlier tonight, interrupting the business between Mr. Regal and Shinsuke. I understand Murphy is he's in a bad spot, okay? He's trying to find his way here on NXT. But this is a bad idea, right?
I'm gonna go with yes.
Oh
my God.
Side of the head. This guy's laughing. Now Buddy Murphy, going after the left arm here of Shinsuke Nakamura, now in command. And saw what Finn Balor said last week, saying, you know, I grew up in Bray County, Wicklow, Ireland, and as I saw NXT
NXT on my television in Ireland, I was intrigued. I wanted to be a part of NXT, and simultaneously, it's Shinsuke Nakamura. So when I was in Japan, I watched Finn Balor. Now, this is a matchup for both of these competitors. A long time coming.
Finn Balor also mentioned he saw Enzo and Big Cass, and that's why he wanted to come to NXT, which is shocking to me that he even decided to come here.
Enzo and Big Cass have gone on to some pretty big things. I can understand why.
Look at Murphy. He
credit.
asked for this match. He's been pretty impressive so far. Former NXT Tag Team Champion. It could just take one win, one massive win over.
One headlock in the match.
Listen, I'm being positive, Phillips, all right?
Oh, yeah. Shinsuke got his mouth a little too close to the...
well, Murphy had his water turned off last week as well. He's probably not very pleasant.
What else has gone wrong in this man's life?
Oh, my God, that right there.
Oh, dropping the knee.
That didn't make matters any better.
Good vibrations to Buddy Murphy.
He's a king of the people.
He is the
Gives
king
them what they want.
He is the king of strong style. Oh, and look at Murphy. Oh, man, right into the bottom turnbuckle. Shinsuke was soaking up the adoration from the NXT universe, and Buddy made him pay for it. Oh,
what a shot.
Flying in there with that punch. Now dragging Nakamura into the cover. Nakamura out of two. Out of frustration, another cover. A third cover from Murphy out at one.
What a right hand.
It did not seem to face Nakamura at all.
Please, sir, may I have another?
Look at that face.
What a knee strike. Countering that suplex attempt. Oh, my God.
Oh, and another. Nakamura with full arsenal of strikes on display. Oh, feel the thud on that one.
Let's go out of the corner. Come on.
If you're Finn Balor and you're watching this, this is exactly what you're going to have to contend with. Nakamura the running knee.
Finn Balor knows very well what he's in for. I don't know if Murphy knew, though.
Oh, inverted exploder.
I have a feeling I know what we're all in for. Right now, Tom, watch how it's done at Kinshasa!
Nakamura has defeated Murphy.
That's literally the only reason they pay me.
Here is your winner, Shinsuke Nakamura.
I believe it. Oh my gosh, Shinsuke Nakamura. What a showing here tonight. Buddy Murphy, he got his wish, and I don't know if it was a good wish. Shinsuke Nakamura, it was the Nakamura Demolition Derby here in our main event. And look at these vicious knees in the corner and propping up Murphy. And then watch this. Oh, he's got to hurt. These really have to hurt, Graves.
Absolutely. Here you go. This reverse exploder we've seen so many times. The prelude to my favorite. Go ahead, Tom. Give it a shot. Give it a shot.
You do it. Kinshasa.
Yeah, you sucked.
Nonetheless, it gets the job done for Shinsuke Nakamura here tonight. A huge match made earlier tonight by Mr. Regal. Finn Balor wanted to know what is next. What is next? He's the king of strong style. Only on NXT will you ever see the matchup of Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura.
There is history to be made on the horizon in NXT.
It is a dream matchup.